Okay, so here I am in sunny Victoria, uh, sitting in a hotel room with nothing but my undies on. I won't, I won't show you that. But look, you guys receive a lot of emails from me. I know they can be more than just a paragraph. This way, I thought you might get through the whole thing and actually listen to it. I just wanted to address you all on the recent changes that were announced because it's a pretty big deal. And just to make sure it came across the right way rather than an email. Um, so to start, I'd like to thank you guys for the way you've dealt with me and helped me throughout the year. We've had to deal with some challenging situations. I do feel personally that I've grown. I feel like, you know, as a manager, I'm learning. Um, and I find it difficult at times to deal with some of the stresses because the workload is absolutely huge. But more the complaints and sometimes the disappointments where you get excited about something that you think's going to happen and it doesn't happen. And we all know that feeling, but as well, just sometimes the customer's behaviour, and I don't mean the customer in the house, I mean our regular national customers. And to put it nicely, at times it's absolute shit, but you just got to put up with it because they're the customer and they're providing a lot of work. But having said that, I do feel it's a very rewarding role. There's a lot of little wins that are happening, and whether it be at a head office level or you guys, just with your hard efforts and the positive feedback we get back, it's really good, and they will turn into something big. We're very confident we've got some big deals ahead. We just got to be persistent and really stick to it. Look, what we're a part of is, I feel it's something quite unique. We're actually allowing ourselves to evolve and create a network and a system that's what the customer needs. Um, these promises that we give, this is what they tell us that they need. And if we can give them what we need, it's a position of power because then they need us. But when we don't keep the promises, it's like taking one step forward and then two steps back. And it's really hard to explain to them why we would make such a promise and then not keep it. It's the same as the network. We're a national network, but there seems to be still so many gaps, and that's taking a lot of time and a lot of energy trying to fill those gaps. But if we can fill the gaps, I feel that's probably one of the last obstacles to actually getting these key deals over the line. So, by developing this system to keep our promises, we're keeping the competition out. There's no way that the current competition can match us if we can do this 24-hour contact and try and average 7-day job turnaround. National system, booking service, skilled technicians who can do all types of repairs and on site wherever possible. This is our stronghold in the market. So please understand that this is what we're trying to achieve. We're working on actual real service contracts with the key customers, so the Freedoms and the Amarts and the Harvey Normans. And if we get these contracts with them, it'll mean that you get 100% of their work guaranteed for the term of the contract. So this is value to your business for sure, and it's guaranteed income for the life of the contract. It does lock us in, and these promises that we give are what we're giving. We need to be able to guarantee this in order to secure the work. Um, we can also, within these contracts, build in price increases for CPI and ensure our costs increase as prices go up. Sorry, correction. Ensure our revenue increases as our costs go up. So it'll also add value to your business, but cover your costs and some of the increased costs that you might experience as we change the structure. But behind the scenes, we're busting our ass every day, every moment of every day, we're flat out trying to run this thing and try and generate the new work and just maintain what we've got. And it's costly. It's not cheap. And it's hard to communicate to you guys because you're out there working hard. You're not seeing what's going on. Uh, Probably communication, I guess. If you're not seeing it or you're not feeling it, maybe we're not communicating enough. But I can't help but feel you get bombarded with emails and they're not effective. Sometimes I don't get replies. I know it gets busy, but maybe, I can try more phone calls and Skype. Proposed the quarterly meetings, which I felt were going quite well. But I know we need to work on the communication, and I'm sorry if you feel like it's lacking, and I'll try harder to keep you guys informed. I just feel like I need help. There's just so much to do, and it just gets away from you. And I hope you can appreciate that with your workloads, those of you that are really busy. What I do ask is that you trust us. Dean, Jeff, myself, Darren, and Matt coming into the picture. We're not out to get you guys, and it's not about taking money and trying to profiteer. It's about making successful franchisees. Ultimately, if you guys are successful, we'll succeed, and we'll get the deals across the line that we need to get across the line to make everyone's businesses do well. So it's not. There's no conspiracy. There's no lying, cheating, stealing. This is just business. This is what we're trying to do. Now, you've all get regular income from work coming through the system. It's no surprise to you that this is the way the work will come on the majority for the rest of your time in this business. And I can assure you there is some real and quite amazing business deals ahead. But it's going to cost some money to manage, maintain, and keep it growing. So it's reasonable to assume that your costs are going to increase, as will the income. But making the fee change essentially is making an investment in your business that's growing. So it's like pooling together, injecting resources where it's needed so it can grow. It's reinvesting, and I feel you've made a good investment. I've put my money where my mouth is. I'm involved just like you are, and I want my franchise to be successful. I want it to be able to be as efficient as possible and to continue to grow. As far as the model goes, a user pays model is fair. I've had that feedback many times. The busier guys pay more, the quiet ones pay less. And I'm not going to dart and hide and weave from the fact that for a lot of you under the new structure, there will be an increased cost. But like I said, we need you to pull in, we need you to reinvest in your businesses in order to provide the management and the maintenance of this system as it grows. We didn't make the decision lightly. It wasn't just something we plucked out of the air. We didn't do it without any consultation. We didn't do it without any feedback from you guys. There's been a lot of discussion, a lot of thought, but the costs are just growing a lot faster than what the revenue is, and it's a real issue that we need to deal with. You might be thinking, well, it's not my problem, but ultimately it's everyone's problem if we can't afford to deal with the growth at a management level. We either take the bull by the horns or we scale down services to you and give you guys what your money will buy. And something's got to change. I just hope you understand that making a real go of it's the way forward, not to try and peel it back and offer less services to keep it as cheap as possible. You'll make the money back. You'll have a bit more time if you're using any assistance with the booking service. We've got potentially some quite big deals coming with larger volumes of work, and we need to be ready to be able to cope with that. The systems need to be in place. It's not the chicken and the egg. We know what needs to happen first, so it's investing prior to what's happening. Regarding the booking service, whether you choose to use it or not, just know that we've trialled it, we've tested it, we've measured it, and we did this over quite a long time. And read the testimonials, speak to the guys who are using it, they'll testify. It's the monkey off your back, and it is really good value for the money. It works, guys. It's not something that doesn't work. Timber Doctor added to that. It makes sense that you guys have it as an add-on. It was proving difficult to make it viable in its own right, but this is a really good opportunity for you guys to have another string in your bow, expand your income earning potential at very little risk because the cost is really minimal. And at the moment, you guys have an opportunity like we've never ever seen before. It just requires you to understand, commit to it, and invest in it. So as a franchisee and a manager, I'm lucky enough to see both sides, and this is pretty important. I feel I was offered this job. I didn't ask for it. I don't need it. I don't have to do it. I took it on because I think I could do something good with it. Uh, to take myself out of the equation and just sort of stand back from the side and be a bystander, I'll be completely honest with you. Most of the time, a lot of respect between the business relationship with the franchisees and the franchisor. Um, really appreciate your positive feedback, your critical feedback. Fine, as long as it's delivered the right way, and we can assess that and try and build that in. But sometimes there's this attitude, and it's absolutely terrible. I just can't help but think nothing good will ever come from this type of negative or aggressive behaviour. It's only rare, but it has to stop. It's not them and us, or you and me, or you versus Dean, or you versus whoever, and them versus you. We're all on the same team, and it absolutely drives me crazy when I hear or see this type of behaviour. So I was asked to do this job, and I am doing my absolute best I can for you. I'm not perfect. Don't expect perfection from you guys. But it's been a year now, and I'm proposing a direction for this company which I feel is best. The direction has the support of the company directors, and for the most part, you guys, the franchisees. Despite this, if I'm prepared to put it all on the line, I'll put it on the chopping block. If what I'm proposing is wrong, if the direction is completely wrong, then obviously I'm not the right guy for this job, and I'll humbly stand down. All I ask is that you give it a fair go and give it a go over a measured period of time, and don't just can it before it gets a chance to actually get momentum and work. On a positive note, 2014 is going to be a momentous year for our business. It's going to require some changes, but it will be well worth it. We are becoming something that's a world-class company, and I really do feel privileged to be a part of shaping it. You should too. It's there's nothing like it. There's nothing that I know of that's like it. We can't do it without each other, but we need to be united, not disjointed, and we need to be moving forward and showing our customers that we're committed to providing the service that they need. So, signing off. Thanks for listening. Have a great Christmas. Thanks for all your hard work and your support. Take some time to recharge, spend some time with family, friends, and enjoy. Get ready for the next year. Please let us know if you've got any concerns, if there's anything that you don't understand. I want you to feel like you can approach us. This is really important that we continue to communicate through this major structural change. Adios.